More 2-Minute Drill is coming up next. But first, check out this Entrepreneur Showcase with Alex Iceman, founder and CEO of Genium. Alex Iceman is the founder and CEO of Genium, a software development and agile consulting firm that connects innovative companies with world-class software engineers across the globe. A serial entrepreneur, Alex is a passionate leader, coach, and culture creator, inspiring people to follow their personal and professional dreams.
Welcome to 2-Minute Drill. This is the Entrepreneur Showcase, and I have a true entrepreneur, Alex Iceman. He's the CEO and founder of Genium. Welcome to the showcase, Alex.
Thank you for having me, Dave.
You're welcome, my friend. You know, the reason I wanted to have you on the showcase is you're more the stereotypical entrepreneur. You started with your typical engineering job, and you had to make a leap. And I think one of the most common questions that entrepreneurs ask me, and why I wanted to showcase you, is what was it when you made the leap from the security of working for someone else to becoming an entrepreneur?
It was an amazing transformation. Just the way I approach things and the way you look at things and you feel. And it's more of a thin matter that you cannot even explain. You just trust it and you go with it. And changing that mindset to become an entrepreneur versus just a regular employee is mind-blowing. To me, it was a transformation. It was a hard one. I had to work on a lot of different skills and how to convert that into a completely different person. I had to become a different person and think differently and see different value in how I approach giving back and helping people. And that was a challenging one. That was a very difficult transition. I successfully did this and never looked back again.
Well, let's talk about those challenges. Number one, you mentioned mindset. And obviously I've worked with thousands of entrepreneurs and trying to change the way they look at things, so the things they look at change. What were some of the biggest fears that you have and some of the biggest changes of your mindset that enabled you to go from literally fear-based business into, 8-figure successful entrepreneur?
That's a really good question. The first one was stability. How can I provide stability to myself or to my family and transitioning into that? But then I started analyzing it, and you figure out really quick that there is no stability in working 9 to 5 either. You can get laid off, you can quit. There's a lot of things that can happen at your job, so there's literally no stability. And then when I started doing business and helping people and just looking at the perspective when I would give a lot of value back and I would go all the way and help clients build amazing products, software products, and software teams, they would just feed off of that and they would ask for more and they would refer more business, and just changing that mentality from fear to giving back and helping, that's what turned me around and I started to see growth right away.
And I always say taking the outside skills, knowledge, and desire you have and applying them to your current business, right? You have to understand teamwork. You have to understand competition. You have to understand all of these different things that maybe as a professional hockey referee, you've been able to take from the ice into the corporate setting. You have over now 100 employees, like I said, just reaching 8 figures of income and incredible success. What have you taken from being a professional ice hockey referee into the workplace?
That's a great question. That helped me tremendously. Being an athlete helped me tremendously on all different avenues of the business. If you compare a hockey game to a business, I find it very similar to run a business and officiate a referee hockey game. You deal with emotions. You deal with 22 emotional adults on one side, and same on the other side. They're all screaming and yelling. You have to make decisions at split second, and those decisions affect multi-million-dollar hockey players. So you have to make those decisions, trust your judgment, and manage those emotions. I find that hockey games are a compressed kind of business cycle or a business event to me. And when it comes to business, you just slow down a little bit, but you still manage the same emotions with your clients, with your employees, and make it a fair play for everybody.
And you've been able to quickly scale that business. And two of the components that are a huge challenge today is recruiting the best talent, especially in the competitive world of engineering and development, but also then retaining it, because there's a lot of people headhunting the best talent, and you have really big clients that draw attention to really good developers. How, number one, have you been able to scale your business through appropriate recruitment, but even more importantly, the retention?
So first, it's all in the company's culture, how we treat people when we talk to them, how we treat them when we reach out to engineers. Second is the projects that they want to work on. We have very exciting projects in cybersecurity and in general in companies that deal with AI, machine learning, computer vision, all the cutting edge stuff. So it's not boring, it's very exciting tech. The third piece is the salary. So we keep the salaries very competitive, and that attracts talents. And coming back to the first one, they all love working at Genium just because of the mindset, how people care about each other, how people support each other. And we had a lot of people that came back even after they left, just looking for that mindset, looking for that camaraderie in the company. And just having those three is huge. And dealing with people is also tough. We know that engineering field is going to have a major shortage of up to 30% in the next 5 years. So the competition for good talents rises, and you have to provide good projects, good salary, and really good environment for them to strive, and they'll stick around.
One of the biggest challenges for engineers like yourself is sales. Obviously, you weren't born into sales, you weren't born into English even, and yet you turned into an extraordinary salesperson. And how did that evolution occur, and how important is sales in entrepreneurship?
I think sales is the number one skill you have to master on an everyday basis. We do negotiations and sales every day with our loved ones, with people around us. We just don't even realize that. Even when you go to shop for groceries and talk to other people, you still do negotiations and sales. People don't really realize that. That was my biggest struggle. I didn't know how to sell, and I truly believe that everybody can learn how to sell and become an entrepreneur. You might not be the best selling person, but you can get really good. When you realize you're not selling, you're helping, and you truly believe that you're not selling something, you really want to help, and you can do that. You have the ability, and you tell your clients that I can fix this for you, I can help you. Then it's not a sales. It's really enjoying what you're doing and offering that help.
And your mindset, heart set, and hand set in negotiation has also changed enormously from when you started as an entrepreneur to today as an 8-figure earner. Number one, what's the greatest lesson of negotiations that you have or you brought? And then two, how important has negotiation been in the sales process?
I love negotiations. Ever since I started learning negotiation skills, I think it's tremendous. Everybody have to master it. I just enjoy negotiation process. I negotiate quite a lot, and sometimes I just negotiate for the sake of it, just to maintain myself in shape. Negotiation is the key. And for one takeaway for the negotiation is talk less, listen more, and then ask the right questions, and people will start opening up, and then you can use the information that they give you by just asking the right questions.
How important for you, or how have you applied understanding the perceived value of a soft skill like engineering and web development, with understanding too, when is it okay to walk away?
Well, I always talk to people and see if I can provide services and help. If not, then it's a different story. But it has to be a perfect match. You're getting a partner for a long-term work timeline, and you'll be working with them for quite some time. So it might as well get a good one, and make sure it's a good partnership. I always have my numbers straight and value before I come into the negotiation process, and I have my bottom line, and I know if it's a money question, I'm trying to get to the reasons of why they're negotiating. What's the problem? Why are they want certain numbers? And I would just set it straight. That's how I can help you. This is the best I can do because I need to maintain the quality, and the value you're getting is much higher. That will get you to market shorter at such and such. And if we're not able to make a deal, that's totally fine. He'll be able to find a better partner somewhere else, and I'm not pushing for it because it has to be a natural match. And I'm okay to walk away and say, hey, I might not be the best partner for this if this is not working out.
As I finish up, what's your favorite life lesson quote? I know I've given you a couple according to your issue, but do you have a life lesson quote that you love?
Yeah, my favorite one, we miss 100% shots we don't take, by Wayne Gretzky. I think, we lose a lot of battles in our heads, and it's better to take it and not to make it, or rather than not take it and think you're not going to make it, and just regret later on. So just take your shots.
Bringing Alex Iceman onto the 2-minute drill entrepreneur showcase is the right place at the perfect time. Thank you for joining me, Alex. This is David Meltzer with 2-Minute Drill, the Entrepreneurs Showcase.